It's described as the world's most effective electronic attack aircraft, able to find, jam, and if needs be destroy enemy air defence radar systems in less than a minute.
Well, the Growler is the most sophisticated of the series of aircraft that the US Air Force have built over the years for the suppression of enemy air defences, or SEAD. And the essential concept is you take a high-performance aeroplane, and preferably one with 2 seats, and it gets involved in an almost cat-and-mouse game with surface-to-air missiles to fly just outside their range while tracking where they are, using some very sophisticated sensors to plot where the radars are on the ground. And then when the opportunity arises to perhaps use high-speed anti-radiation missiles, HARM, to essentially fire a radar homing missile to take out the radar of the surface-to-air missile.
The US Navy is sending 6 Growlers to Spangdahlem Air Base in Germany. The Pentagon says they're being deployed to bolster NATO's eastern flank and won't be used against Russian forces invading Ukraine. They're not being sent because of some sort of acute threat that was perceived or some specific incident that happened. The Growler, known as the EA-18G, is based on the US Navy's FA-18 Super Hornet. A quick way to tell the difference between the two is the wingtips. The Growler's fitted with large receiver pods which can detect and locate radar systems. Under the wings is the other part of the electronic attack system, the jamming pods. These send out a signal that blocks air defence radar and renders it useless. If that's not enough, then the Growler's also armed with anti-radar missiles. These can tell the difference between friendly and enemy radar systems, locking onto their radio signals and using their beam to guide the supersonic missile onto its target. The Growler's standoff distance, how far away it can jam radar from, is classified, but it's far enough to put the jet outside the range of enemy surface-to-air missiles.
The great advance with the E-18G Growler, even over the Prowler, is that it can self-defend. It also carries air-to-air missiles on it. So even though it's not ideal, if it got into a situation where it had to defend itself against some sort of red air threat, it can do that. It can switch into an air-to-air mode. It's got an advanced radar up in the nose. It's got the AMRAAM missiles on there. And if it had to, it could momentarily put the electronic warfare mission to the side and engage that red air threat.
Along with the Growlers, the US is sending 240 personnel to Germany, a mix of aircrew and maintenance staff. America now has more than 100,000 military personnel stationed in Europe. While NATO has so far declined President Zelensky's appeal for a no-fly zone, these powerful electronic warfare jets undoubtedly send a reminder to Moscow that the alliance does have the capability if it's pushed to act. Simon Newton, Forces News.